Good morning. We will start session 4 on chapter real numbers, and this is the last session of this chapter. A very interesting session. So I hope you remember in standard 9 in the chapter rational numbers we studied one concept. So we all know that rational numbers can be expressed in the form of P by Q. Point number 1. Right? Second point is they are terminating. Right? Third point is, if it is not terminating, that means they are recurring. And if they are recurring, it is periodic. What do you mean by this? Now terminating we know, the remainder is 0. Recurring in the case like 0.33333 dash dash dash, a same number is repeating again and again. We can express this as 0.3 dash, right? Do you remember we represented such numbers in the form of P by Q in standard 9, right? Second most thing, I wrote something as periodic here. The number can be 2.837373737. What is the number which is repeating here? 2.837 is repeating. Just a casual number I have written, right? Sorry. These all are rational numbers. Just to tell you then what could be irrational number? 0.3785 dash something. It goes on and on without any number repeating in periodic terms, right? We know that. So these all comes under rational numbers. So this is one point. One more important property, that how do you know a given rational number is a terminating, it has a terminating decimal? Just by looking at the rational number, is it possible? Yes. The property of the denominator of the rational number tells us that looking at the denominator, we can say whether a given rational number is terminating or not terminating. How? It has a special property for denominator, that is Q. Q should be expressed in the form of 2 raised to m into 5 raised to m, where m and n are some integers, what you can say, positive integers of course, right? Remember this, what we had done in 9th standard. That means if denominator of a given rational number can be expressed in the form of 2 raised to m and 5 raised to n, given rational number has a terminating decimal. We can also assume after how many decimal it will terminate, just by looking at this pattern. So that is what revisiting rational numbers we are going to study in this chapter. So there are few, not theorems exactly, there are few points about this. What I will be doing is, I will be just sending you the PDF, or the points will be given in the slide only. You can just make a note of the slide given. Give the heading as given in your textbook, revisiting rational numbers and their decimal expansion. So this exercise is about decimal expansion. These questions can usually be asked for 1 mark MCQs. Given a rational number, after how many decimals will this given rational number terminate? Now you can't sit and divide, right? It might terminate after 8 decimal, 10 decimal. How do you know such big numbers? If you start dividing for 1 mark question, your time has gone. There's a trick here to understand, which we will be doing it. Quickly, we'll do the exercise. Slightly we will change the question in the exercise. Whatever they have asked, we'll add one more extra point to the question, right? So, what is the question? Last exercise, children. Without actually performing the long division, state whether the following rational numbers will have a terminating decimal expansion or non-terminating repeating decimal expansion. We need to tell without performing long division. Okay. I want you all to add one more question, one more line sentence to this question. After completing this, also check after how many decimals will it terminate. Okay. Please add this question. Also check after how many decimals will this terminate. This question is not asked. Nowhere in the book it is given. How to find? Nowhere it is given, but it is asked in question sometimes. So I want you all to know that point also. I repeat, copy the question as it is given in the textbook. After you complete the question, full stop, add this sentence. Also check after how many decimals will this terminate. Okay. So let's quickly start with, there are 10 sums. All the 10 sums I am doing, children, here. So first one, 13 upon 3125. Our first and foremost step is to simplify the given rational number in the simplified form. If you can cancel it and bring to the lowest form, do it. If not, leave it. Right? So here you can't do anything in this question. So first of all, 3125. This is all done in the working column. 3125 you have to factorize. So 3125, if you factorize this, so 5 6 are 30, 1 remainder. So 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are, right? So 5 1s are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are. So this again 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are, and this is 5 5s are. 5 how many times? See, need not be. If you know what is 3125, 5 raised to, write it immediately. Okay. So here, solution. These steps you have to follow. 13 divided by 3125 is equal to 13 divided by 5 raised to 5. This is equal to 13 divided by, can I write this as 5 raised to 5 into 2 raised to 0. Why? Because the given denominator should always be in the form of 5 raised to m and 2 raised to n. 2 raised to 0 is what? It is 1. So, it's the same thing. But it should not be into 3 raised to 1 something. It cannot be. Because 3 raised to 1, again different answer it will be there. Okay? So, it is there. Next step, what you write for that? Here, q is equal to 2 raised to 0 into 5 raised to 5, which is of the form 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n, where your n is 0, your m is 0 and n is 5. Anything, children. You can also write 5 raised to m and 2 raised to m, and anything can be written. That's okay. Okay. So here now, till here it is done. The last step. So the rational number (13 by 3125) has terminating decimal. Okay. The second question is, and I have also asked after how many decimal it will terminate. Okay. Come to the denominator. Check the power. What is the power here? 5 and 0. What is the highest power? 5. Therefore, it will terminate after 5 decimals. That's all answer, children. This is how you should know. It will terminate after 5 decimals. We have a next question where we actually divide and see this, not long division. There you will again understand. Okay, let's quickly start with the next one. So what I will do is, okay, I will now from the next question itself I will not write completely. Okay, let's see. What's the second one? Second question is 15 upon 1600. Solution. 15 upon 1600. 5 3s are 15. So 5 3s are 15. 5 2s are 0. Answer is 3 upon 320. Okay. 320 is there, children. Let us see the prime factorization. 2 ones are 2, 1 remainder, 2 6 are 12, 0. 2 80s are, 2 40s are, 5 8s are, 2 4s are, 2 2s are. Okay. This can be written as 3 upon, I will first write 2 raised to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 raised to 5 into 5 raised to 1. Right? So it is 2 raised to 5. I think, oh, I'm so sorry children, I just skipped to the next question, 15 by, okay, it's actually 4th one, in the book I just saw it and I wrote it. Finally, it's okay, let me not cancel this. This is 4th one children, my mistake, I just copied down this. I'll do again, 2nd and 3rd. So here, it is in the form of 2, 1, 2, 3, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm so sorry. It is in the form of 2 raised to 6 and 5 raised to 1. Do you think it is terminating? Yes, it is terminating. So now, I am not writing these steps children. Now you have to write it. I will only leave it this till here. Right? Now what will you write? Here, Q is equal to 2 raised to 6 and 5 raised to 5, which is of the form 2 raised to m and 5 raised to n, where m is equal to 6 and n, whatever is your m and n value. Therefore, the rational number 15 by 1600 has a terminating decimal. Now, it will terminate after how many decimals? What is the highest power children here? 6. It will terminate after 6 decimals. Okay. So, in exam if you bring this form and see the highest power, that's the answer. So now what I am going to do is I am only writing in this form and number of decimals I will write. All the sums I am solving. No homework here. This please, writing part you should do, no shortcuts in this. I believe that you all are writing your notes regularly and you are up to date. The day we start the classes, so don't ask me when, even I am waiting for that. The day we start the classes, your notes should be up to date, right? So quickly we'll move on to 2nd and 3rd one, let us finish. Second one. Second question is 17 by 8. We cannot do anything with this. Write it as it is, no simplification. 17 upon 2 raised to 3 is 8 into 5 raised to 0. Right? So, I will not write anything else here. Here, Q is of the form 2 raised to 3 and 5 raised to 0, where 2 raised to m and 5 raised to n, m value and n value given. Therefore, the given 17 by 8 rational number has a terminating decimal. It will terminate after how many decimals children here? Highest power is 3. 3 decimals. It will terminate after 3 decimals. Isn't this very interesting? Looking at the fraction, looking at the rational number, looking at the denominator of the rational number, you can just assume that or you can just tell that, you can tell after how many decimals it will terminate without even dividing it. So this was second one and the third one. Conclusion, you know what to write and you have to do that. 64 upon 455. So 455 quite a big number. Let us factorize. Prime factorization. So 5 ones are, of course. So 2 numbers, 5 nines are 45, 5 ones are 5. So this will be 91 children, 13s are right? Yes, 13 sevens are. Okay. This is of the form 64 upon 5 raised to 1. Okay, we had 2 raised to 0 also. 2 raised to 0 into what you have, you see here. 13 raised to 1 into 7 raised to 1. We have extra 2 things. That means this will not have a terminating decimal. This is not terminating. It is recurring. Then don't ask after how many decimals it will terminate. It is recurring. Why? We have 13 and 7. Some extra odd numbers apart from 5 and 2. Understood now what? Okay. For this I will write now. You should also know here for this one pattern I will write q is equal to 5 raised to 1 into 2 raised to 0 into 13 raised to 1 into 7 raised to 1, which is not of the form 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n. Therefore, the rational number 64 by 455 has non-terminating you can say repeating decimal expansion. Right? This is how you write it. Now this is one pattern. What you should know, what you have to write. Clear? So fourth one we have already done. Quickly we'll move on to the next. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. Okay. Fifth one. 29 upon 343. Directly I will write. So this is 29 upon 7 cube. Here q is equal to 7 cube. Where there is no 2 raised to m and 5 raised to n also. Both are not there. Therefore you know what to write. It does not have a terminating decimal expansion. It has a repeating decimal expansion there. So that's the answer. Please write the conclusion for this neatly. Next we have already given you in the format 23 upon 2 raised to 3 and 5 raised to 2. Oh, very good. They have already given us. We need not do anything. It's already an answer. Give the conclusion whether it is terminating. Yes. Now tell me children, after how many decimals it will terminate? Highest power is 3. It will terminate after 3 decimals. Okay. 7th one. Good. This also they have given. They have made our work actually easy. 2 raised to 2, 5 raised to 7, 7 raised to 5. Is it terminating? No, it is not terminating decimal expansion. Why? Because it is not of the form 2 raised to m and 5 raised to n. We have a 7 there. It should not be there. Quickly, 8th one. 6 by 15. Always remember what we have to do now. This will be written as 3 2s are 6, 3 5s are 15. So this is of the form what? 2 upon 5 raised to 1 into 2 raised to 0. Is this terminating? Yes. Can you tell me after how many decimal it will terminate? After 1 decimal. Quite simple. 9th one. 35 upon 50. So 5 7s are 5 10s are. So simple, it is 0.7. We already know, but still you have to write this in the form of 5 into 2 raised to 1 raised to 1. Is it terminating? Yes. After how many decimal? After 1 decimal. Last one, that is 10th one. 77 upon 210. I think by 11s are 11 7s are. And no, 7, I'm sorry, not by 11. This will not go by 11, this will go by 7. 7 11s are, 7 3s are. So 30 can be written as 5 6 are 30, right? So 6 can be written as 2 into 3. 5 raised to 1, 2 raised to 1, 3 raised to 1. Is it terminating? No, because we have 3 there. It is not terminating. Or if it is not terminating, but you know what pattern to write. So this is how we solve the sum. To check whether the given rational number has terminating or non-terminating. If terminating after how many decimals? Just by looking at the power of the cube term. Quickly, we'll finish the second main also. Second main, it's do the long division, but we need to find after how many we need to write the decimal expansion there. There is a trick to write decimal expansion, children. So let's see that. How do we write it? Write down the decimal expansion for those of the rational numbers in the question number 1 given above which have terminating decimal expansion only. So only which have terminating we have to write it. Okay? Not all. So 3 upon 3125. See, now the trick is here. Which is very easy. If I ask you to divide such number is very easy, or if I tell you right, this is easy. This is quite easy, right? That means that if the denominator is in terms of 10 raised to something, for us division is very easy because we can just shift the decimal and give the concluding answer, right? That is what we are going to do in these sums, so that our decimal expansion becomes much easier. First of all, what we will do is, we will follow the old technique only. So, this will be written as, 13. This will be written as 13 upon, so this is 5 raised to 5 and it is, 5 raised to 5. Don't write 2 raised to 0. Now, I want to make denominator as 10. How to make it 10? If I multiply 5 into 2, I get 10, right? But I can't be multiplying 5 into 2 because it is raised to 5 is there. So what I should do? 2 raised to 5 into 2 raised to 5. I multiply 2 raised to 5 both the sides. Why I do this? See here. So this is 13 into 2 raised to 5. Can I write this as 5 into 2 whole raised to 5? If in case it was like this, children, I can't multiply directly. I need to first multiply 5 raised to 5, that is 3125 into 2, right? So if it has same power, I can tell like this. Now what it is? So the next, this term will be 2 raised to 5 is how much? 32. 13 into 32 divided by 5 twos is 10 raised to 5. 32 into 13, when you divide, you get 416 raised to 10 raised to 5. Now what you do? Shift 5 decimals behind. Okay. Answer will be 0.00416. Don't you think this was much easy? Rather than sitting and dividing it by 325 divided by 13 divided by 325. This is how you do it. Now if you want, you check how many decimals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After 5 decimals it got terminated, right? So, and again, no homeworks here. Second way, we are only doing the sums which have terminating decimal, children, not all the sums here. Look at the second one, 17 by 8. So, 17 by 8 is written as 17 by 2 raised to 3. How to make it 10? Multiply this by 5 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 3. Why? 2 5s are 10. So 17 into 5 cube is 125. So this is 2 into 5 raised to 3. So 17 into 125, children, when you multiply, you will get 2 and 2 5. Divided by 2 5s is 10 raised to 3. Answer is 2.125. See, division is so easy, right? You had all struggled to do dividing by such big numbers, but it can be done actually like this. So let's go with the next one. Third one. But this is only possible if it is terminating. Otherwise, no, we can't apply this rule here. So actually third one is not possible because it is not terminating. I think fourth one we have to go with. 15 upon 1600, that is written as, first of all we need to divide that number. So what did we divide? 15 by 1600 was divided as 3 upon 320. That was written as 3 upon 2 raised to 6 into 5 raised to 1. Okay. So it is 2 raised to 6 into 5 raised to 1. Now I have to make it as 10, children. How do I make this 10? I want something 5 raised to 6 only. Already 5 raised to 1 is there. can I multiply 5 raised to I have 6, that means 4 more I want here, that is 5 raised to 3. 5 raised to 3, 5 raised to 1 is 5 raised to 4. Oh, I'm so sorry. 6 I wanted. I'm sorry. 5 raised to 5 divided by 5 raised to 5. Why? Because this is written as 3 into 5 raised to 5 divided by 2 raised to 6 into 5 raised to 6. So what is 5 raised to 5 actually? How much did we get in the beginning? So 5 raised to 5 is 3 into 3, 1, 2, 5 divided by 2 5s are 10 raised to 6. Directly I have written, or okay, one more step we will write. 2 into 5 raised to 6. So 3125 divided by this answer will be 9375. Check, 3 5s are 15, 3 2s are 6, 7. Yeah, that's right. 10 raised to 6. Let's shift 6 decimals here. Check, the previous one was terminating after 6 decimals only, right? Yes, it was terminating after 6 decimals only because 2 raised to 6 highest number was there. 0.009375. So this is how you do it. Quickly, there are how many more terminating? 3 more are there. Very simple they are. We will finish it off those 3 and the next main, last main is very simple. So what we have done in today's class and yesterday's class is some very most important concept from real numbers chapter. Sixth one, 23 upon 2 raised to 3 and 5 raised to 2. Now make this in the combination such that you can multiply with into 10. So to multiply this by 10, what you have to multiply? 2 3 times is there and into 5 2 times is there. I want one number here which is 5 also 3 times. So yeah, because 2 5s is there. This number where I am checking. 5 2 times is there. I want 2 also 2 times. Why? 5 into 2 10 I can write. So what extra numbers I have taken? 5 raised to 3 and 2 raised to 2. So 23, 5 5s are 25, 25 5s are 125, 2 square is 4. Group the terms here, 2 raised to 3 and 5 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 2 and 2 raised to 2. 23 into 125 into this, let us, 125 into 4 is 500. So here, 2 into 5 raised to 3 into 5 into 2 raised to 2. So 25 into 500 you get 11500. 10 raised to 3 into 10 raised to 2. 3 to 5. So shift after 5 decimals. So 11500 divided by 10 raised to 5. So after 5 decimal is 0.11500, which is nothing but 0.115. Right? So it will terminate after 5 decimals here as per the given part. Next one. 23 upon this one, right? It will terminate after how many decimals we had written? It will terminate after 3 decimals. Yeah, because 2 more zeros will go. It terminated after 3 decimals here, right? 7th one. Let me see if 7th one is terminating. No, 7th one is not. So we have to go directly with 8th one, that is 6 by 15, that is equal to 2 by 5. So 2 by 5, when I have to only multiply this by 2 into 2. Why? Because only one I want it here. So this is 4 by 10, answer is 0.4. That's all, very simple it is. And 9th one I do it here only. What is 9th one? 35 by 50. Again this is simple here. 5 7s are, 5 10s are. Answer is 0.7. Directly it is in terms of 10. right? So second main is completed. Third main is also very simple, children. So with this we'll complete the exercise. So let's quickly, I hope you all have understood this. Yeah, I would like to just redo this one sum once again, children. Just see here. Because while first time when I saw it, I felt it. Now suddenly I again realized it can also be done. Just check here. Now we have written this as 23 upon 2 raised to 3 and 5 raised to 2. Right? We want in terms of 10 only. So, can we write it like this? 23 upon 2 raised to 3 into 5 raised to 2 into 5 raised to 1 into 5 raised to 1 can be done? Yes, it can actually be done. Into 5 divided by 2 raised to 3 and 5 raised to 3. Right? So 23 5s is what? 115 raised to 2 into 5 raised to 3. So 115 raised to 10 raised to 3. Yes, children, I think you can skip this and you can actually go with this. This is much simpler than that. So I can say after this 0.115. Same thing. I just took a very lengthy method to do this here. It can also be done like this, right? Please, sixth one, you can rechange the sum to this. It can be solved. So I hope it is very clear. Quickly we go to the last game of this exercise. See, answer we got the same thing. A bit was like first time I used a bit lengthier method. So I realized then it can also be done like this. So see the last one. Last one is not anything solving. It's only by once you understand what's the question, based on that what we have to answer. The following real numbers have decimal expansions given below. In each case, decide whether they are rational or not. If they are rational, what can you say about the prime factorization of the denominators? We need to only say if it is rational or not. And if it is rational, what do you say about the prime factorization of the denominator? Let's check. The first one given is 43.123456789. An interesting number. So if there is no dash dot or bar over that means understood that the given number is terminating. So directly answer we can write here. Since the decimal expansion terminates, so the given real number is, a rational number, and therefore it can be expressed in the form of P by Q, right? So let's express this. 43.123456789 is equal to 43. It is by how many decimal, children? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 can be written as 43 upon 10 raised to 9. Now 10 raised to 9 can be written as, they have asked us the prime factorization of the denominator. So 2 raised to 9 into 5 raised to 9. See, decimal is terminating after 9 decimal. Highest power is 9, which is we can write here where Q Q is equal to 2 raised to 9 into 5 raised to 9, that is nothing but 2 raised to m into 5 raised to n, where m is 9 and n is also 9. Therefore, the factors of Q are the factors, or that's all. Instead of where, you can write here. Here you can write the factors of Q are. This statement you can write. Fine. Okay. Let's check the next one. So next one is there is nothing what you can write there. The question given is second one, or I'll erase this part. Anyways, this is not required. So this is how you do this sum. Second question, just look at the question. When you look at the question, you realize that they have given after some dash dash dash. There is no periodic recurring or something. That means it is not terminating. So if it is not terminating, then we cannot express the denominator in terms of that. Second one, 0.120, 1200, 1200 and 1240 dash dash dash. Since the decimal expansion is neither terminating, since the decimal expansion is not terminating, I'll write not terminating, and also non-recurring. Yeah, because recurring in the sense same thing should be repeated. And non-recurring, therefore the given number is not rational. That means it is irrational children, but they are not asked, so don't write. If it is not rational, then how can you express Q in terms of factors? You cannot. And the third one, 43.123456789 bar. Since the decimal expansion is not terminating and repeating, since the decimal, writing part is very important before you give the solution. Decimal expansion is not terminating but recurring. Since the decimal expansion is not terminating and recurring, therefore the given number can be, the given number is a rational number, and can be expressed in the form of P by Q, right? So it can be expressed as in the form of P by Q, but do you think that the Q will have the factors of 2 raised to m and 5 raised to n? No, it will have apart from that something else, because it is non-terminating. You did not express and show that, you can just write, but the denominator, you know how to express this, children? 9th standard what you have studied, the same thing. The denominator Q will have factors other than 2 and 5 also, right? Since it is non-terminating and but it is recurring. Denominator q will not have only 2 raised to some and 2 raised to a number and 5 raised to a number. It can have any something else also. That is why it is non-terminating. So with this we complete the exercise and there is no optional exercise for this chapter. So the next chapter what I am starting is arithmetic progression. And so any doubt in real numbers you can call once the video is sent.